In this video, we are going to divide decimals by powers of 10. There are three important vocabularies we need to remember: dividend, divisor, and quotient. If I say 50 divided by 10 is equal to 5, 50 is a dividend, divisor is 10, and the quotient, which is the answer, is 5. Keep in mind that any whole number has a decimal point at the end. By dividing by 10, I have to move the decimal point to the left one time. So the answer is 5.0, which is actually 5. Now let's look at another problem. What about 5 divided by 10? Well, keep in mind that 5 has a decimal point at the very end. And by dividing by 10, I have to move the decimal point one place to the left, and I put a 0 in the front, which gives me 0.5. How about 0.5 divided by 10? Well, let's see. 0.5 has a decimal point between 0 and 5, and when I move that decimal point to the left, I end up with 0.05, which is my answer. Let's try a different problem. How about 12.554 divided by 10? The process is the same. I will still need to move the decimal point one place to the left, and that will give me 1.2554. Let's try now to divide by 100. So I will take the decimal point and move it to places to the left because I have two zeros for 100, 1 and 2, so the answer becomes 6.785. Let's try a different problem. How about 8.5 divided by 1000? I have three zeros in 1000, so I move the decimal point three places to the left. 1, I have to add a 0 here and then move again, 2, and I do it one more time, 3, so I have 0.0085. How about 5 divided by 0.1? We can write this as a fraction, and this may help us. Notice that 0.1 is our divisor, which is a denominator. I can multiply 0.1 by 10, which will be equivalent to moving the decimal point one place to the right, and that gives me 1. 5 times 10 is 50, and 50 divided by 1 is 50. So 5 divided by 0.1 is 50. How about 1.5 divided by 0.1? Again, let's write it as a fraction, and then we multiply the denominator by 10 because we don't want to have a decimal for our divisor. And we do the same thing on the top. We end up with 15 divided by 1, which is 15. So our quotient is 15. How about 0.034 divided by 0.0001? Again, the same process. This time, I want to multiply the denominator by 10,000 so that I may remove the decimal point. That gives me 1. I do the same thing on the numerator. That gives me 340. And when I divide that by 1, I get 340.